Mindful Business Evolution, the podcast where networking, mindset, and technology converge to empower success. In today's fast paced world, navigating the complexities of business while nurturing personal growth can often feel like a daunting task.
Happy Mindset Monday on a Tuesday. At the beginning of the week, it's always great to start with deciding how we're going to show up this week. So, when we take the time to choose and decide how we're showing up in the world, we are in control of our lives and where our lives are going. I'm going to start by reading a card. I got this really awesome deck. It's called, um, it's from the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, which of course we have read on the podcast and have reviewed. So today is we're going to talk about always do your best, which is one of the four agreements. If you don't know, you do now. So it's take action without expecting a reward. I was like, ooh, okay. Do your best and take the action because you love it, not because you expect a reward. When you take action without expecting a reward, you enjoy every action and you can even receive greater rewards than you imagine. This made me think of a story I heard um, over the weekend, and it was a reel or a TikTok, and it was the guy was saying, this guy was telling the story about an older gentleman who, you know, something happened and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then something else happened. "Oh, I'm sorry that happened." And something else happened. The answer every time was basically, you don't know what the outcome of this is going to be. And in the end of the story, the guy's foot was broken and he wasn't drafted into the military. So, like, all these things happened, but then it was really for his greater good. So, you don't know until the end of your story sometimes what your greater good is going to be. And so, today I wanted to talk a little bit about my story. So, um, and how I journeyed to become where I am today. So, as I move forward with the podcast, I am going to continue doing Mindset Mondays, but I'm going to also be doing a lot more things that go with mindful business evolution. And part of that is because I'm a virtual expert. And it took me a lot of years to make room for that dream for myself. I got some notes here in case you see me looking down because I wanted to stay on track for you. So, when my son was little, I was super sick. So it was part of my 16 years, at the beginning. And I went to school and he became a certified medical billing coding specialist because I wasn't able to be a massage therapist, which I had run my own business successfully for 5 years before having Andy. And then life changed, right? Because I got really sick and, and then I had a small child. And then I went back to school with medical billing and coding. I got a job and then I decided to get my associates. So I have an associates in business. And part of those classes, I took all the marketing and all of those things. And they just came so easy to me. So as I'm busy with all the stuff that's super hard, being sick, being a mom of a toddler, all the things that are hard, especially when you put them all in the same basket, um, going through divorce, realizing that I was not okay mentally. I had a lot of problems with depression. It took a lot of years to overcome that. So I lost my train of thought. So I'm going to take a deep breath. Oh, so I took a virtual expert class, and it was like way at the beginning when it was just like a virtual assistant class. I'm sorry. Um, it was just like way at the beginning, and you had to write your business plan, and you had to do all the things to set up a business. But instead of believing in myself, I just decided to make it a craft business, like for show, for school, nothing real, because I didn't really believe that I had the space or time or that that was something I could be good at, even though I already ran a business for 5 years already by myself. I think I'm an accountant, but I'm a little crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip here because the most important part is what's happened lately. So when COVID hit, we all did our pivots and turns, and I went back. I took a program and I became a certified virtual expert. And I was still really sick. I was at the tail end of my 16 years, and I was having a hard time keeping my brain going long enough to be consistent at anything. So it was really hard. So when I started the podcast, a week into the podcast, I had what I call my rotor-rooter surgery that cleaned everything out and made it all better. And ever since then, I've been able to access my brain every single day. But the mindset work really, it's hard. It's hard work and you have to keep working at it because otherwise you slip back into your old patterns and old habits. And so I had to kind of develop my own system for me and my body and my brain to show up every day. Last December, Coach Jackie challenged us to think about what kind of support do we want to start the year off with? Last year, Coach Jackie challenged us to decide what kind of support we wanted to start our year off with. I chose that one, I knew she was going to be doing another OBX retreat. I was going to do it, I'm going to figure it out. It's going to happen. And so I put that on my vision board for the year to figure it out so that I can go next year. Two, I was like, I have been battling my weight for my entire life. And Danny Green has an amazing program. It's called One and Done, and the depth of which you get to know yourself and your relationship with food and the whole concept of eating and the rules is freaking amazing because I've done a lot of work and I felt like I was definitely ready for Danny. Like I want to dive in to what I don't know. And that's where Danny picked me up at. And it was fantastic. It has been a fantastic journey. Um, and I also knew that my professional life, I wanted to do better. I want to show up better. I want to keep growing. And I don't know what I don't know. And I chose to connect with Trish, with Life and Work with Trish. And this work has been phenomenal. She talks about you, you how do you talk to yourself, but she talks about how you see yourself. And the way that she walks you through the program, you really learn how the world sees you so that you can see yourself that way. All the work I've done to learn to love myself, to come out of depression, to heal my body, to raise my son, to be here, prepared me for the work I've done in the last 6 months. I calmly know myself on a different level, and I'm excited to continue to show up in this manner and to not be so reactive in the emotions of what happens sometimes in life. because we all have feelings. And I really liked the historical that I recently heard. Like, if it's something that makes you hysterical, it is probably something that's historical. And you have the opportunity to look at that. So, with that being said, here we are, right? I'm here on Mindset Monday because this is important to me. Always remembering to have to put my mental well-being in front, right? To fill up my cup and take care of myself, to do the things I need to do so I can show up for you guys, so I can show up for my kiddos and be a whole person all the time and not be super reactive. So, I feel like I've been doing that and I keep showing up in that. This weekend was a lot of rearranging the house and just like clearing out the energy that is left over from all of these experiences. So right now I am launching Mindful Business Evolution membership. If you haven't heard about that, let me tell you right now. So, I was asked 3 questions, and so I'm gonna keep it to that so I don't get too crazy and drive you all crazy if you don't wanna know about this, alright? So what are some key benefits of joining Mindful Business Evolution membership? Well, first off, you get to hang out with me, biweekly, power hours, so twice a week for an hour at noon in our VIP group, and it will be streamed live so you can watch it when you can. And if you show up, you get to do a little bit of networking, and then we're going to do the daily method of operations. And I will give handouts and explain everything about that. But what's important about it is it teaches the way to interact on social media that will actually help your algorithm so that your organic reach will increase. So I really enjoy this. Um, and I really enjoy the benefits of this. Like, I've seen it in action. So when you come live, you'll be able to ask questions and you'll be able to understand the pattern after we do it a few times, like why we do it the way we do it. It's pretty awesome. All right, what else do we have? Let's see. Uh, strategic partnerships. So if you didn't know, I've made a strategic partnership with Free Time Solutions to offer tools to my members at a discount. So I'll be dropping information about that. I will be doing the new episodes of our business conversations. And the new I don't have a name for it yet. I'm working on it. Working on the name. Maybe I'll put it out there in our podcast group to get some names for what this new episodes will be about. But it will be showcasing the journey of a few ladies. And I have 3 ladies signed up right now. I'm so excited. We're getting rolling on recording. That was going to come later. I was going to tell you later. So I didn't tell you yet. Okay. So you can be surprised later when I tell you. All right. And then as part of the membership, there will be expert conversations that we'll only hear a little bit of in the on the podcast itself. But as a member, you will have access to the full interview so that you can hear and glean all the information from the experts. So that's part of the membership benefits. One of the benefits of the membership, which is part 2, is really the community. The opportunity to connect with other women who are stepping into this mindset that they are worthy and they are enough. And that brings me to our first book for book club, which I didn't even think about when I was said that. So we're going to be reading Worthy, um, How to Believe You Are Enough and Transform Your Life by Jamie Kern Lima. So she has a whole workbook that goes with this and a book club plan. So we'll be using that. And I will be making this into a step-by-step guide that you can come back to and like revisit if you needed to go deeper on something. Um, so in the same likeliness that workshops can be revisited, this book club will be able to be revisited at your own pace. So that is an exciting thing that I'm developing out. It will be a new thing for us to work on. I'm really excited about. Um, Number 3, what can new members expect during the first few months of the program? So basically, you're going to learn a routine for success every single day of the week. We have a prompt to help you be more mindful about your day and your intentions for success for that day. And in the group, there will be videos about different ways to interact on social media. If you didn't know, I am a virtual expert. And where's my little thing? I'm working on my blurb, right? My 30 seconds, my 30-second intro. I mixed up my pages now. I gotta find it. Here we go. I'm a virtual expert specializing in digital marketing. I use my business, Mindful Business Evolution, to help women feel empowered to follow their dreams by using powerful tools, tapping into experts, and creating community where mindset, networking, and technology converge to empower success. I'm Heather, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you. If you have any questions about the membership, I would love to chat. I'll drop my connection link in the description, and I look forward to starting Worthy with you next week. One last thing, our card of the week from the 52 essential conversations is generosity. Describe a time when someone shared something with you or helped you when the person did not have to. How did it make you feel? Ooh, I'm thinking of the day that my mentor, she just like stepped up. I was having car trouble. This guy had my van and it broke down, and she just was like, "This is how we do this." And she showed me how to set a boundary I had never set before. And it was absolutely amazing. How can you be generous with your things, your times, or your feelings? Well, I think grace is the biggest thing that I'm generous with. I try to not take things personally. It's hard, you guys. It's hard, right? Because we are each living in our own version of the world. So when someone says something to you, remember they're in their version of the world. And that is how we can give them grace, is not taking it personally. So that's what I have for you this week. Thank you for joining me on Mindset Monday. Next week, we will be starting the book Worthy. And if you are following along and join the book club, then you will be joining the discussions. We'll talk to you soon. Namaste. Mwah.
Are you ready to transform your business and elevate your success? Join Mindful Business Evolution. With our membership, you get exclusive access to bi weekly power hours, expert led workshops, and strategic partnerships designed to grow your business and mindset. Connect with like minded entrepreneurs, gain valuable insight, and unlock your full potential. Don't wait. Empower your journey with Mindful Business Evolution. Join us today and thrive.